Imagine being such a bottom-tier loser that you try to assault a woman in broad daylight. Our boy Hyunmyeong isn't having any of it and grabs this creep's wrist with a grip that says, "I have been grinding in another dimension while you were busy being a total waste of space."
Even without his fancy game items, Hyunmyeong realizes his real-life body has been permanently upgraded. He is basically a human nutcracker now, and he tosses the assailant aside like last week's trash while wondering why the girl he saved looks so familiar.
The woman is practically shaking, thanking him for saving her life. Hyunmyeong gets a massive case of déjà vu, realizing she is the same woman from his previous encounters, but he doesn't have time for a romantic subplot just yet. Of course, the trash-tier villain can't just stay down. He lunges back for round 2, but Hyunmyeong dodges him with the grace of a pro gamer avoiding a lag spike. RMC is playing on a completely different level of physics now. Before Hyunmyeong can finish the job, he slams the guy's head into the pavement with a satisfying crunch.
It is the kind of justice that makes you want to stand up and cheer, but local authorities are about to ruin the vibe.
The police arrive and, instead of giving our hero a medal, they decide to take him to the station for questioning. They are really out here trying to arrest the man who just stopped a stabbing, proving that common sense is a rare drop in this world. Hyunmyeong is stressed because his clock is ticking and he needs to get back to the game. He tells them he really doesn't have time for their paperwork, but the cops are acting like NPCs with a fixed dialogue tree until a new player enters the chat. Enter Kim Hannah, a reporter from a major network who isn't afraid to flex her press pass. She roasts the officers for harassing a hero and threatens to make them the lead story on the evening news if they don't let him go. The crowd finally starts using their brains, recognizing Hyunmyeong as the mysterious guy from that viral YouTube video where he saved a kid from a monster.
Suddenly, the cops realize they are about to become the most hated people on the internet and back off.
Hannah hands over her business card, revealing she covers Dimension Warriors. That is the fancy name the public gave to players who fought the monsters, and she is clearly thirsty for an exclusive interview with the strongest one she has ever seen. Hyunmyeong finds it hilarious that the public would rather believe in an interdimensional alien attack than a video game turning into reality. Nobody is saying the word Panginia out loud yet, which suits RMC just fine while he keeps his secrets. Just when things are looking up, his toxic ex-girlfriend Seoyeon rushes over, pretending to be concerned. This girl has more red flags than a parade in Moscow, and she is clearly trying to cling to his newfound fame after dumping him for being a nobody. Hyunmyeong gives her the ultimate cold shoulder, ignoring her existence entirely while he chats with the reporter. He agrees to a dinner date with Hannah, leaving his ex-girlfriend fuming in the background like the irrelevant side character she is.
Seoyeon is absolutely losing her mind, realizing the man she threw away is now a national hero.
Meanwhile, Hannah gets a call about a high-profile assignment to interview Gracia, a superstar player from America who is currently the world's biggest deal. As the reality drama settles, we get a glimpse of Gracia, who looks like a literal god descending on the city. But the real action is back in the game world, where Randolph is finally waking up from his star communication nap. Randolph returns to find Isabella looking like she just went 10 rounds with a blender. She has been holding off a whole pursuit squad from the Queen, proving she is the ultimate loyal companion even when the odds are suicide level high. The pursuit squad leader is a total egomaniac, demanding that Isabella hand over the slave behind her.
They really think they can bully a star-bearer's partner, but they are about to learn a very expensive lesson in power scaling.
Randolph isn't even breaking a sweat. He initiates a warp sequence, casually mentioning that warping from a starting point is completely free of charge. He thanks Isabella for keeping her promise, and you can tell he is about to unleash absolute hell. To clear the path, Randolph activates his exclusive skill, Star Pierce. This isn't just a regular attack, it is a concentrated beam of Get Wrecked that consumes all his star energy to turn his enemies into literal stardust. The explosion is massive, wiping out the opposition in 41 seconds of pure dominance. Randolph tells Isabella that she is officially liberated, offering her a chance to go home, but we all know she isn't going anywhere after seeing that display. Isabella pledges her loyalty for real this time, choosing to stay by his side forever.
Randolph smiles and uses his star power to nullify the curse that was holding her back, unlocking her true potential before they warp away from the desert.
They land in Arcana, the Golden City, and it is the most extravagant place you have ever seen. It is a city where money talks and poor people walk, and the system basically tells Randolph that if he isn't a billionaire, he shouldn't even bother entering the nice districts.
Isabella tries to flex her life savings of 300 gold coins, thinking she is rich enough to buy a small army.
Randolph has to humble her real quick, explaining that in this city, her fortune wouldn't even pay for a single night in a decent hotel. When she starts panicking about their lack of funds, Randolph points toward a massive casino with a smirk. He tells her that money is just lying around waiting to be picked up, looking like a high roller who already knows the house is going to lose. RMC activating his hidden trait, Blessing of Gold. It is officially time to rob the rich and get filthy wealthy, and with a cheat code like that, the Golden City's casino is about to go bankrupt by morning. Welcome to Arcana, the legendary city of pleasures where your bank account is your only personality trait. In this place, money is the literal law, and if you are broke, you are basically a ghost.
The heart of all this greed is the Hudson Casino, but do not think you can just walk in.
The bouncer is a total snob who demands a 10,000 gold deposit just to let you breathe the indoor air. Our duo looks like they just crawled out of a dumpster, so the wealthy patrons in line start roasting them immediately. The bouncer basically tells them to stop wasting everyone's time and scram. Randolph is not about to let some suit-wearing NPC disrespect him like that. He pulls out a legendary item called the Fairy Queen's Tear, an immortal-grade treasure that makes the entire area glow. The bouncer goes from arrogant jerk to professional bootlicker in 3 seconds flat. He starts stuttering about VIP treatment while the crowd watches our boy walk in like he owns the place. This shiny rock is worth at least 1 million gold because it lets gear break past limit restrictions. Randolph is basically using a nuke as collateral just to get a seat at the table. Once he is at the roulette table, it is game over for the house. He activates his Blessing of Gold trait, which is a literal cheat code that makes losing mathematically impossible. RMC turns a tiny stack of gold into a staggering 1.4 million while the dealer looks like he is about to have a heart attack. Every other gambler is just copying his bets and draining the chips. The management finally grows a spine and bans him for life because he is single-handedly bankrupting the joint. Randolph does not even blink, he just demands a meeting with the big boss. He knows their staff is using the hand of observation skill to check his collateral. He is not just a gambler, he is a high-level threat who just dropped a bomb in their vault.
The staff realizes that getting a Fairy Queen's Tear requires killing an elite knight that even 3 level 10 players would struggle to touch.
This is not just loot, it is a miracle. Sir Hudson, the casino owner and local power player, is finally intrigued. He invites Randolph for some high-stakes tea, probably hoping to scam him out of that legendary talisman. Hudson tries to play it cool and offers a generous 2 million gold for the item.
He thinks he is dealing with a lucky peasant, but he is about to get a reality check.
Randolph counters by demanding 20 million gold. He looks Hudson dead in the eye and tells him he knows exactly why this specific item is worth every single penny to him. The secret is out, Hudson is a merchant with trash combat stats who needs the tier to bypass requirements and reach level 10. Without it, he can never join the elite city council. Hudson is desperate for political power so he can finally be acknowledged by the family of his fiancée, a badass knight named Serengeti. Talk about a simp with a plan. Randolph gets a sudden flashback to his life as Wilhelm. He remembers Serengeti not as some random NPC, but as the brave warrior who sacrificed her legs to save his life.
Back then, he thought it was just a dramatic game event, but now he realizes these NPCs might actually be players who have fully assimilated into this twisted world. He realizes Hudson has been here much longer than him.
To get the full story, Randolph puts on his Star Bearer persona and demands Hudson tell him the truth about his life.
This is a dangerous game because of the hunters. These are specialized NPCs who hunt down players, calling them criminals and executing them the moment they are discovered. In this world, revealing your identity is basically a suicide note. Most players hide like rats, but Randolph is built different and forces Hudson to choose between his secret and his goal. Hudson agrees to speak, but he drops a lore bomb that breaks Randolph's brain. He claims the Great Expedition was led by 8 heroes, which totally contradicts Randolph's memory. Randolph remembers leading the mission alone, but Hudson insists there was infighting among the 8 legendary figures. Someone has clearly been messing with the game's history. Hudson names a hero named Gracia as the strongest after Wilhelm.
While they talk in the shadows of Arcana, the real world is currently losing its mind over a monster rider in Seoul.
In the real world, a blonde powerhouse sees the news footage of the giant mantis rider.
She realizes her old captain might be alive and prepares to hunt him down for a reunion.
The stakes just went from gambling for gold to an international manhunt. Randolph is stuck between glitched memories and a casino owner who knows too much. The government wants Gracia to stay in the US, but she is already planning her flight to Korea. She has a feeling this mystery man is the friend she has been searching for.
As Hudson begins his story, Randolph realizes that everything he knew about the game was a lie.
The real war is just beginning, and the players are finally coming out of hiding. Imagine being a living legend and finding out the history books turned your life story into a group project.
RMC is losing his mind because this NPC Hudson claims 8 heroes led the expedition, while he remembers doing all the heavy lifting as Wilhelm.
Apparently, the new lore says these 8 heroes failed because of internal infighting.
Our boy is standing there thinking, what kind of fanfiction is this?
It is official, the history of this world is a bigger mess than a toxic relationship. Fast forward to the real world, and RMC looks like he survived a 3-day gaming binge without a shower. He is exhausted after pulling an all-nighter just to figure out why everyone is lying about his past life. He is currently on a date with Kim Hannah, the reporter he saved from a stalker. She is treating him to a fancy meal, and he is trying to act normal while his brain is stuck in Pangenia mode. Talk about a high-stress lunch. Hannah is actually being sweet, calling him brave for taking down her stalker. But the cozy vibes get nuked when she notices a woman at the back table giving them the death stare. Enter the ex-girlfriend drama we did not ask for. It is Seoyeon, the MC's ex, and she is with a new guy who looks like he spends more on hair gel than common sense. RMC tries to be the bigger person and tells Hannah to just ignore the awkwardness, but we all know that never works. This new boyfriend, Jin-woo, is a total red flag. He is already checking Seoyeon's social media and acting like a jealous detective. Honestly, these two deserve each other if this is how they spend their dinner dates. The piece lasts about 5 seconds before Jin-woo stomps over to their table. He starts barking about how the MC is a stalker who begged Seoyeon to come back. The level of delusion is actually impressive. Someone get this man a trophy for most creative liar. Jin-woo is really out here trying to play the alpha male, calling RMC a shameless bastard. He is leaning in, acting all tough, while Seoyeon just sits there watching the circus. This guy has no idea he is barking at a literal war god. Then Jin-woo turns his tiny brain toward Hannah and asks if she is a rental girlfriend. He even tries to guess her hourly rate. I am sorry, but did this man just insult a professional reporter while looking like a bargain bin villain? Hannah is not having it. She stands up and roasts him, explaining she is the one paying for the meal because the MC actually helped her. But Jin-woo is a special kind of stupid and doubles down on his garbage attitude. This clown actually throws a stack of cash on the table like he is in a bad K-drama. He calls them filthy trash and tells them to move. At this point, I am praying for RMC to finally choose violence because the cringe is becoming lethal. Ask and you shall receive. RMC finally loses his patience and delivers a slap that probably reset Jinwoo's factory settings. He tells the brat to grit his teeth because the adult conversation is officially over. Jinwoo tries to swing back, but our boy catches his arm like he is handling a toddler.
The look of pure terror on Jinwoo's face when he realizes he cannot move is the highlight of my week.
That is the power of a real monarch, sweetie. Embarrassed in front of his girl, Jinwoo decides to go full anime. He activates his transformation, revealing himself as a Dimension Warrior.
The restaurant patrons are losing it, thinking they are about to see a real superhero in action. Jinwoo is a level 4 spearman, which he thinks makes him a god.
RMC just activates his great sage trait and looks at him like a bug. He is literally analyzing the guy's stats while Jinwoo is busy flexing his budget armor. Time for a quick lesson on the Pangenia system. While players with many talents grow strong but level up slowly, simpletons like Jinwoo level up fast because they have zero depth. He is basically a high-level character with a starter pack brain. It turns out Jinwoo is a total fraud. He got level 4 by running away from every fight and getting lucky with a high-tier class. He retired the moment he could log out just so he could flex on normal people in the real world. Jinwoo finally drags Seoyeon away, giving one last pathetic warning to the MC. Our boy just sighs because he knows Jinwoo is wasting his synchronization time on ego trips instead of preparing for the literal apocalypse. Suddenly, the ground starts shaking like a tectonic plate just had a midlife crisis. It is a corrosion event. The MC knows that vibe anywhere, the monsters are officially crashing the party and they did not bring appetizers. Small scavenger monsters called cheedworms start bursting through the floor. They look like giant, angry vacuum tubes with teeth.
Most people are screaming, but our MC stays calm because he knows these things are just bottom feeders.
Jinwoo sees this as his hero moment. He ignores the MC's warning and starts hacking at the worms to impress the crowd. He is out here acting like he is saving the world when he is basically just killing the local trash collectors. He manages to kill a few and gets a massive ego boost.
He starts laughing, thinking these monsters are a joke.
Little does he know, killing the babies is the fastest way to summon the very angry mother who is waiting in the wings. The MC grabs Hannah and tells her to get as far away as possible. He can sense something massive coming. The air gets heavy, and the atmosphere shifts from a minor pest problem to a full-blown survival horror movie. A thick, red fog rolls in, swallowing the entire restaurant.
Nobody can see a thing, and the silence is more terrifying than the screaming.
This is not just a random monster spawn, this is a scripted nightmare. A voice echoes through the mist, asking who dared to kill its children. The chills are real, guys.
Even Jinwoo is starting to realize that his shiny armor might not be enough to save him from what is lurking in the dark.
The system drops a bombshell. An elite monster, the Cheed Mamba, has appeared. This thing is a level 6 threat that usually requires a party of 20 high-level players. And here we have one lucky coward and a very tired MC. The Mamba looms over Jinwoo like a shadow of death. The recommended raid size is flashing on the screen, and it is safe to say Jinwoo is about to find out that reality hits much harder than a video game. The monster looks absolutely demonic, and the fog makes it impossible to escape. Everyone is trapped in this death zone, and our MC is the only one who actually knows how to fight a beast of this caliber. Jinwoo is frozen in place, his bravado completely evaporated.
He thought he was the main character, but now he is just the first course on the menu.
This is what happens when you skip the tutorial and try to fight the boss. The Mamba is not just big, it is fast and intelligent. It is hunting them down one by one in the fog. The MC prepares himself because he is the only one standing between these civilians and a very messy ending. As the monster lunges, the MC's instincts kick in. He is not just some guy at a restaurant anymore, he is the monarch who led the great expedition. The real fight is about to begin, and it is going to be legendary. Jinwoo tries to make a move, but he is shaking so hard his spear is practically a vibrator. He is realizing that all his luck has finally run out.
You can almost hear the MC thinking, move aside, let a professional handle this.
The fog thickens even more as the Mamba prepares its final strike. The tension is so high you could cut it with a sword.
It is time for our MC to show the world why his name was once feared across entire dimensions.
Hannah is watching in awe as the MC stands his ground while everyone else is cowering. She is finally seeing the man behind the mystery, and he is way more terrifying than any monster. The era of the fake heroes is over. The Mamba lets out a roar that shatters the remaining windows. It is go time. Our MC steps forward, and you just know that this overgrown snake is about to regret every life choice it ever made. The system notification is the last thing we see as the MC readies himself. Level 6 versus the Hidden Monarch. Place your bets now, because this restaurant is about to become a graveyard for anything that is not our boy.